Hi children, hope you're all doing well. It's been a long time since I saw all of you. I hope you still remember me. I'm Father Jude, so now I'm currently at the Cathedral of the Good Shepherd. I'm not sure if you have ever been to the cathedral. Maybe now in this pandemic you may have not been here, but the cathedral is actually the mother church of the whole of Singapore. It's the first church that actually we started in Singapore, and it's 200 years since the Catholic faith first came here. And in this Advent season, I'm going to be speaking to you about love. I'm sure all of you know that your mommy and daddy love you a lot. And actually, you also love your mommy and daddy a lot, right? I'm sure you tell them, I love you, mommy, I love you, daddy. But what does love mean? Love often means that you listen to what mommy and daddy says, that you also express your love for them in ways that are tangible. You hug them, you kiss them, you draw a card for them. Similarly, in this season, we recognize that God is telling all of us that He loves us so much. In fact, for us as Christians, God is not just a loving God, He is love. God loves us because He gave Himself to us, right? You know that one of the ways we love is to give each other presents. However, the greatest love is to give ourselves. When we do what the other wants us to do, when, for example, you're good children, you study hard, you don't mess up the house, that's a part of who you are, right? It's about being a good boy or a good girl. Similarly, God shows us that He loves us by giving Himself. And that's what we celebrate at Christmas, that God gave us Himself in the baby of Bethlehem, Jesus Christ. In Jesus, you and I have come to see how much God loves us. That God became a little child, born in the poorest of places in a manger. I'm sure all of you were born in a much more comfortable place than God was born. But in such discomfort, God shows us how much He loves us. This Advent, and especially at Christmas, we are being invited to return love for God's love. You are also called to give yourself to God and to others. This Christmas, it will be a great way for you to be a good boy or a good girl because you love God. And you want to show God you love Him too because He gave His life for you. It's also a time for us to show our love for our mommy, our daddy, our siblings, our cousins, our friends. When we give presents to one another, it's not just about the presents we give, but about the love we give them with it. And so this Christmas, I want to invite you to also love with all that you do. Whether you help mommy and daddy around the house to make Christmas cookies, to decorate the house, whatever you do, maybe you make a card, you're going to be invited to make a card for Jesus. That card is not about how beautiful the card is, but how much love you put into that card. So we need to find new ways of loving. Maybe with all the restrictions, we still can find a way of writing a card or sending some little cookie you baked. But all of these becomes expressions of love. My prayer this Christmas is that we will all find new ways, creative ways of loving, but we will still love because God has loved us by giving us the gift of His Son Jesus. So this Christmas, receive the gift of God's love in the gift of Jesus and share that love with whoever you are sent to love. Blessed Christmas.
Hello everyone! This is the second Sunday of Advent. Don't forget to light your second purple candle, which represents love. The Gospel according to John says, "My dear people, since God has loved us so much, we too should love one another." Since this week is all about love, here is an activity we can do as a family. Let's decorate a birthday cake for Jesus.
Sure.
Let me share the Christmas story. In the 6th month, the angel Gabriel was sent by God to a town in Galilee called Nazareth, to a virgin engaged to a man whose name was Joseph, of the house of David. The virgin's name was Mary. And he came to her and said, "Greetings, Favored one, the Lord is with you. But she was much perplexed by her words, and pondered what sort of greeting this might be. The angel said to her, "Do not be afraid, Mary, for you have found favor with God. And now you will conceive in your womb and bear a son, and you will name him Jesus."
Hey everyone, why don't we do something nice for our priests?
We could make Christmas cards for them. I think that's a great idea. We can do that to show our appreciation to the priests.
Children, don't forget to ask your parents to book Mass for you and your family.
Make an appointment with a priest for confession too. Have a blessed week ahead.
See you next week.
Lord is mine and I am His, the bed over me is love. Lord is mine and I am His, the bed over me is love. The Lord is mine and I am His, the bed over me is love. His banner over me is love. Brought me to His banqueting tables, banner over me is love. He brought me to His banqueting tables, banner over me is love. He brought me to His banqueting tables, banner over me is love. His banner over me is love. He is the vine and we are the branches, banner over me is love. He is the vine and we are the branches, banner over me is love. He is the vine and we are the branches, banner over me is love. His banner over me is love. Jesus is the rock of my salvation, His banner over me is love. Jesus is the rock of my salvation, His banner over me is love. Jesus is the rock of my salvation, His banner